Right, here we are underneath the car. Now there is a shield here that I have removed, which I will show you in a second. But as you can see, there is the condenser, the cooler for the supercharger, and the radiator. I was trying to get the radiator fan shroud out and I'm having difficulty. So I'm hoping, maybe against hope, that I can get these two items out of the way here. That is to get the transmission cooler, sorry, not transmission, the supercharger cooler out of the way and get the condenser out. There are a few things to remove. I'll show you those in a moment, but first let me just show you that shield. And this is it here. And this goes underneath all of the radiators, for want of a better word. You just kind of wiggle and jiggle until it comes out. It's plastic and it bends and twists and you can get it out. Right, in here, as you can see, there is a nut there in the distance. And if you follow along, the same here. Those have to be undone. And then that will lower what I believe is the oil cooler. I'm not sure, but I believe it is the oil cooler up there. So hopefully that will then allow me to disconnect the the supercharger cooler and then get the AC cooler out of the way. It's going to be a lot of fun working through here. If it looks too difficult, as I have to take the front bumper cover off anyway, I may just go ahead and do that. But at the moment I didn't want to take it off until I'd got this car inspected and roadworthy, and then I'll take the bumper off and deal with it. Right, let me get on with these in here. I think they're 8mm, and there is a pipe there too that is just kind of resting in there. Okay, let's get on with it. When I removed that tray, I found these in there. It says lifetime warranty or guarantee. Let's stick this in Evapo-Rust and see if that'll work. I also found a screwdriver earlier. So I've lost a socket, gained a screwdriver and a pair of pliers. I'd rather have my socket. Okay. This is for the supercharger cooler. There is that bolt there that has to come out. And over here on this side, behind this big thing, don't know what it is, there is another bolt. You can just about see the edge, I think. Can you? Hang on. See the edge of the... yeah, it's hard to tell. It's there. Anyway, so what we have to do is undo this clamp here, get that off, and then we should hopefully be able to, and that bolt there, in there, and then we will hopefully be able to drop it out. So for those of you that have not seen this tool in action, what it does is you get in there, and then you push it, and then you pull it, and then you get covered in antifreeze. So let me drain this baby. And that's what this tool is used for. It's a hose removal tool. Right, there's another catch to it. You see that there? The silver washer at the top and the rusty piece at the bottom. There's a bolt there that holds that pipe to the cooler. That also has to come off. I believe that's also an 8mm. Let me check. Yeah, that that baby there, that's an 8mm bolt on the top. So that's an 8mm. That's an 8mm. And that's an 8mm. Hopefully nothing else up here that needs undoing. I guess I'll find out. Yeah, it's taken a bit of a beating there. I might try and straighten some of that up before I put it back in. Because it is reduced cooling like that. I'll see what I can do. My plan is to replace this plastic chicken coop stuff. You can get the mesh the same as the grill, same as that. So I'm going to do that because I want to make sure that I protect these as best I can, and these as well. Right. Well, you know what they say, needs must when the devil drives. This is the setup to get that nut. Now I probably could go up and under, but as I've got this, I'll just reach through and get this one out. Okay, something else to catch you out. There's another hose up the top there that I hadn't seen. And I'm wondering why this won't come out, and now I know why. And as you can see, it's one of those ones where you have to pull the wire or the clip and then it'll come out. And also noting that that bracket seems to go over this hose. I can probably just push that out of the way, can I? Sorry, you're getting pushed around. Yeah, I can, all right. So I just need to get the spike on that and get that baby out of there. Yes, and another fucking hose that I got to undo. Good God. Don't forget. Here it is. Bastard. Right, so here is the supercharger cooler out. So, oh, and there was this clip too that unfortunately broke. For some reason, there's almost like a Phillips screw, but it's not really. It's one of those pesky plastic things. So you've got the hose here, you've got the hose there, then you've got a hose there, and the hose there. That one I didn't show you, but I showed earlier in a video where I removed the main pipe. As I said, I'm going to go along here. I know I won't get it perfect, but at least I can open these up a little bit more. Go along each row and try and make it a bit decent. Now, what are we left with on here? Well, as you can see, whoop, hang on a second. Where's me light? As you can see, no you can't. Now you can see the AC condenser is hanging out, but it's still got the pipes connected. So I've got to get those off, and then as you can see, it just kind of drops out of place. There is a, let me see if I can zoom you, hang on. There is a bolt hole there, which obviously goes into that up there. And on this side, the same thing. So that's going to be fun lining that all back up. Oh, goody, I'm looking forward to that. Like hell I am. Oh, by the way, I've ended up, because it came with the car, with a dryer and the nut that goes in the bottom. This, hang on, oops, sorry, no, wrong way. Come on, sorry about this. Come on. Right, it's actually a nut that I've got, or a bolt, should I say, and the dryer sock that goes inside. So if anybody wants that, they can have it. Just pay postage, it's yours. For an S-Type, it probably fits other vehicles as well. It was in the glove box, so I guess maybe they thought about changing it but never got round to it. Not the easiest of things to get to, that's probably why. Though this condenser doesn't look in terrible condition, if I'm honest. Well, or I could lie about it too, but it's still the same. Right, so I need to now undo this here and the one up the top. Then that should just fall into my hands. Now, as you know, I always like to show my tool. This is a little tool I got from Harbour Freight. It's just a pen light. It's terrific. Very bright, great because you can point where you want to go to. And you slide back this sleeve and there's a little charging port. Great little tool, didn't cost much. Grab one. Okay, I've had to soak these in penetrating oil. In fact, I use a liquid wrench. Let me show you this one. That one. Ooh, hang on. There. I find it very good. That and PB Blaster I've used with great success. These nuts here, they really want to fuck with you on this car. It's not a 12, it's a very loose 13, or it's a very good 1/2 inch. So do be warned. If you want to burr it over, use a 13. If you want to do it properly, use a 1/2 inch. Oh fuck, what's he doing now? Showing us another spanner. Yeah, spanner. It's a 1/2 inch, very short one. I have had this since I bought my Triumph Tiger 100 SS back in 1971, brand new. This was part of the toolkit. It's made by Spearpoint, but I need a short spanner to remove this condenser because there's not enough room to swing a cat. Not that I want to swing cats. Okay, there is the condenser out. Now I'll match it up with the other one. Excuse me a sec. Yeah, I mean, I must admit it doesn't seem terribly clogged inside, but I'm not going to risk it. I got a new compressor and the amount of work to get it in, whew, that's not worth risking it for that. Also, do note, see if I can show you, hang on. Look at the crap here. This is a good opportunity to vacuum this off and clean out all the crap. And that's between the radiator and the condenser. I'll vacuum that off. Well, folks, I think I'm going to call it quits on this now for today on this video. All I'm going to do is match up the condenser, and then, as they say, the reinstallation is reversal of removal. So really not much more to show on this particular project of replacing the compressor, etc. So the next video on this particular vehicle, I don't know what it'll be. I mean, this front bumper has to come off and be resprayed, and that's something I will be doing. Mechanically, I don't think, well, there is one job I'm going to do, but I'm not going to show you, and that is I want to add a special transmission conditioner. And what that means is I'm going to drain the fluid out of the transmission, squirt in the conditioner, then put the transmission fluid back in, and it's the same procedure that you've already seen me do. So now it's a matter of me putting everything back together. I hope you have found these videos of interest and of use, and please feel free to comment. And if you haven't subscribed, I really would appreciate it. I mean, you don't have to, it doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me algorithms, and they're always in need of help. I think it's something like 72% of you that watch my videos do not subscribe. And I really wish you would. Please, please, pretty please. Right, now it's that time. Get out in the garage. Go do some shit. Well, there it is. There's the old condenser laid on top of the new one. That lines up nicely. The dryer is fine. The width and depth is fine. I did note that these are not included on the new one, so I'm going to have to get those out, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, but we will get there. And if not, then I'm sure I can make something that will work, some kind of stud, but I may have to heat that up to get it out. We'll see. Right, that's it. The nice new one underneath. Look at that, nicely wrapped and vacuum packed, so it stays fresh. Oh, I lied, look. They are there. Oh, that's great news. I'm glad about that. I didn't want to have to struggle. And you will note that there are, and this is something to, you should always be aware of this, and if you do ACUR, these plugs, when you take them out, like on the compressor, it will go because they vacuum test them, and they bloody well should too for what they cost. Okay, that's it on this particular part, which will be inserted in the video somewhere.